The year is 2005, maybe 2006, and despite what you may have heard online, the epicenter for all things emo was not, in fact, the Midwest. It was Salt Lake City. Now, I grew up just a few hours north of Salt Lake City, and I loved emo music. I also grew up very devoutly Mormon, which means I didn't partake in the crazy haircuts and skinny jeans. I was still very buttoned up and proper, but I still loved the music, and I was going down to Salt Lake every chance I could. I was going to Salt Lake all the time. Now, this was before Ticketmaster or any of those online sales, so you would get to the venue hours and hours and hours early, and there would be a very predictable crowd. Yes, you would have the goofy haircuts, the eyeliner, the skinny jeans, the black hoodies in July. All of that was there, but sprinkled in among these people were a few buttoned up Mormon kids like myself. We stuck out like sore thumbs. It was always a little bit awkward. I never felt like I was fully accepted into that community, even though I was there all the time. So I show up at the venue and we make friends with the people next to us. It's a whole thing. You had to be there. But we hear these little rumblings of the staff members looking for a piano. They needed a piano. I don't know if there was something wrong with the one they had or if the sound system wasn't working. I'm not exactly sure. All I know is it got out that they needed a piano. Well, at the sound of this, my ears and all the ears of all the buttoned up, proper, clean-cut Mormon boys perked up, because they say a lot of things about Mormons, but one thing they don't say enough: those guys know music. Seriously, I don't know what it is about the Mormon community, but it's like you're baptized and then they're like, here's a casserole, here's a piano, go learn how to sing and play and go be friendly. Like that's the thing, right? So when these guys needed a piano, this was just the crowd to help. One of the guys next to me, we met him in line. We were talking for a good half hour or so. He said, hey, you guys need a piano? My dad is the president of the Institute College down the road. I'm sure we can get a piano. The other thing Mormons are really good at is recruiting. So with very little effort, we had a whole team of emo kids running almost a mile to the Institute building in downtown Salt Lake to borrow a piano. We get to the Institute building and there it is, the piano. And if you've ever stepped foot in an LDS church house, you know exactly the piano I'm talking about. It's an upright wooden piano. They're nice, good quality, but the thing that is distinct about these is they're built on this cast iron base that has these caster wheels, perfect for wheeling down the sidewalk of downtown Salt Lake City. So like a sad black and safety pin clad parade, we went right down the road all the way to the venue with this piano. Now, you'd think this would stop traffic and people would look and say, what in the world are these people doing? But really, it was like, oh, it's another Thursday. Looks like somebody needs a piano. I can't tell you how much of not an issue this was. It was wild. So we get the piano to the venue and everybody is pumped. Staff is happy. The band is happy. The crowd is happy. We're a little bit late, but not too bad. And it was just an amazing show. The band was The Format, if anybody was curious. It was just a great show. But all night I could hear these little rumblings throughout the crowd. People pointing out, are they playing on a Mormon piano? And I just had to smile to myself because, yeah, that's exactly what they're playing on. My point is this. Sometimes in life, we feel like outsiders. We feel like we don't belong. We feel like a Mormon kid at an emo show. But sometimes it's that thing. That is what makes you invaluable. Sometimes you save the day because of where you're from, not in spite of it. I'll see you in the shop.